Hello, I'm Simulator Dirk, and welcome back to Road Maintenance Simulator. Very interesting fact there on the loading screen, saying that it is perfectly okay to leave the front gate of the work depot open once you've opened it once. So let's go back to the office. We don't get to look inside the office, but there we go. Pardon me. So we can have various missions again, align delineators, fix asphalt, we'll do that a bit later. Trim trees, and we'll do that later as well. And remove cordons. So we'll do that job on the Federal Road. So this time they've told us to take the vehicle without a warning system. But interestingly, it says take the vehicle without the warning system, park the vehicle in the marked area, open the tailgate on the vehicle with the warning system. So we'll see what that's about when we get there. Alright, let's go. Now, interestingly, because I have saved and gone back in to record this episode, the gate's locked. Whereas I left it open at the end of the last episode. We'll go after this white guy, this white van. So after a while, we'll get to know what Federal Road is. So Federal Road appears to be this road. Now, I wonder if this is Federal Road in terms of that's the name of the road, or just that it's a federally funded road. It doesn't look to be the case, so maybe this is just Federal Road. Okay, mark. Okay, so somebody's left the vehicle with the warning system. Someone's left it there for us to. Someone's left it for us to do all the work. Alright, so open the tailgate on the vehicle with the warning system. So we'll use, can we unload wheelbarrow? We can. Actually, we'll go to the other end and we'll start from the other end. Now, it's quite specific here that it wants us to load the traffic beacons onto the vehicle with the warning system. So, in some respects, this is a repeat of what they wanted us to do in the first episode, except we had to set the worksite up ourselves, and then we had to do the work and then take the worksite down. Whereas here, the work's been done. So there's 10 signs. So there's 10 signs and 10 10 bases, which is what the case was before. Now there would have been nothing from us in reality about loading all this equipment into our vehicle. But this is the way that the mission wants us to do it, so that's what we're doing. Oops, tailgate again. Now, I'm not doing anything different, but the pace of the worker seems to be faster. It's a couple of days after release now. I don't think there's been any updates yet. Maybe I'm just noticing it differently, I'm not sure. So the vehicle that we drove out was merely a way to get our vehicle out there. So what may have happened is that the workers who have done this worksite, maybe they finished work for the day, but they've got a lift because it's a 3-seater truck. They've gone back in the one vehicle and they've left clearing the worksite to us. And so for anybody driving past, and I know this is the thing that I see in real life, is that there's no work being done, all the work's finished, but all the signs and everything are still out. So they're like, why is everything still out? There's no work going on, there's no workers, there's no vehicles here, well, except for the one with the warning system. Now, I wonder if later on they'll give you a bigger wheelbarrow with greater capacity. So what I might do, now that there's not many to go, is that I'll just pick them up. And just carry them myself. There's not much traffic around, thankfully. So the ones that are on our wheelbarrow at the moment, we can unload those in a minute. Oh, okay, so it's not letting us do that until we fully load the signs onto the, that's interesting. So it wants us to go back and unload all of these before we can get the traffic lights, okay. Little nuances like that will take us a little bit of time to figure out the game logic and what it wants us to do. Alright. Now that we've done that, it's saying to us that it is okay to... Now, maybe I didn't even need to bring... No. So now that we're carrying something heavier, I'm not doing anything differently with the controller, but because I'm carrying something heavier, our walking pace is reduced, which is interesting, which isn't something that I've noticed before. Alright, that's one. Now we should be able to load this into our wheelbarrow, I hope. Yes, we can. So the wheelbarrow wasn't a totally wasted trip in the end. Okay, so what I've just noticed by using the controller, I'm not pushing the stick all the way forward. Like, we'll try that again when we don't have an item in our wheelbarrow. Maybe it's slower because I do have an item in the wheelbarrow. So we don't need the wheelbarrow for this bit. Load the wheelbarrow. The road's open back up. Alright. Alright, we've switched off the warning system. We can drive the vehicle back to the yard. We'll do a U-turn here. If we don't get stuck in the scenery. So what they're obviously going to have to do is send somebody else out to pick up that vehicle, because we've picked up this one with all the supplies, and they obviously don't want this vehicle away from the service yard any more than it needs to be, because it's got the warning system on the back. So here we are, back at base camp. So we'll unload the wheelbarrow first. And we'll put the wheelbarrow back where the wheelbarrow belongs. And now again, it's just a case of wants us to unload the bases first. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't seem to matter if you mix the order, but in other times it does matter. So before, we unloaded 5 ourselves, and then it says, do you want to automatically unload the other 5? Now, I don't want to do that, but considering we've basically done this bit before, if that pops up on the screen, we're going to do that just to see what happens and to save a bit of time. Yes, because... Oh no, it said that I said no. That's interesting. So if I move the controller forward a little bit, it looks like we're walking at a natural walking pace. But we'll demonstrate when we go back to the truck. If we push it all the way forward, we're running, and there's no reason why we should ever be running. Casual gamers might try and do that. Yeah, I set up my worksite in 12 seconds. Yeah, but you ran. Alright, now to do the signs. we should have one more sign to unload, then it will give us the option to auto unload the rest. So we'll watch the screen as soon as we put this one down. Yes. Oh, I selected yes and it said no, maybe it's a German setup. I don't know. Alright, so we've got these ones to unload now. So I pressed enter and it says you have selected no. Three more to go. I'm trying to walk, but there's a fine line between walking and stopping after every step when you're using the controller. And running, there's a fine line. You just got to get the controller in exactly the right spot. Not the tailgate. Not the tailgate. The sign, there we go. Alright, unload the traffic light bases. Now this time it's letting us unload the traffic lights at the same time because they go in the same box. Alright, so we'll close the tailgates and we'll park the vehicle in the assigned spot, remembering that it goes in the second garage, not the first. Because there's no marker there. And because the vehicle's been out for some time, we have to go out and open the door. Alright, mission accomplished successfully. So we have completed another mission. Now, needless to say, that took us about half the time of the previous mission because we only had to set up the worksite. So we'll close the door here because the vehicle's in. And we'll see what missions we have to choose from now. Okay, so country road aligned delineators. Cordon off work area. Which seems very similar to what we've done already. Tar the road, we won't do that. That'll be an episode by itself. Remove the cordon, I just did that. Align delineators, well that's similar to... Oh, can we take this vehicle? Haha, kidding. So now that the mission's over, it'll be interesting to see if the doors are closed. If we go in here, is the vehicle back? It is. Now, also, it'll be interesting. No, the gate's open. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, here we go. Okay, so... these things are obviously delineators. So we just need to straighten them up. So we've got 9 to do. So what I'm trying to do is do as many as I can without needing to move the truck to each one. We don't want to create extra work for ourselves. After green car. Wasn't quite big enough for a U-turn. So this should be Federal Road. So this one's called County Road. Alright, it looks like there's a whole bunch of them together based on the mini map. So we'll pull over here. Now this may seem like a boring but very necessary task. Can I walk down there? No? Yeah, it looks like we've got 3 in a row up here. I could have driven up here. So our actual mission's done, but we're just got to get back to the vehicle and then get back to the depot. These surrounds are quite well modelled, especially considering that, you know, having a farm next to us isn't one of the objectives. Alright, let's get back in the truck. If I go a bit wider this time, may be able to do a complete turn. There we go. Oh, they buy your horn. They buy their horn at you. That's interesting. Had plenty of time. Another car went, so I went. Alright, our mission is complete. So what we're going to do, we're going to end the episode there. Now I'm trying to go up in increased levels of difficulty, even though you've got a few jobs to choose from at the same time. So we've got a choice of trimming the trees on the federal road. Tarring the road, we'll leave that for later. Putting up signs. And aligned delineators. We've done that before. What we'll do, that's an important one, putting up signs, so we'll do that in the next episode. He's back, the sign thief is at it again. Signs along the entire road network have disappeared. In order to restore safe driving conditions on the road, the traffic signs will need to be put up immediately. Load the materials on the flatbed truck with the warning system, drive along the entire road network and put the traffic signs up where they belong. But hurry, motorists are in danger, and we'll do that on the next episode.